Perfect. So if we go to Unit 3, Unit 3 that we're doing today is vocabulary about commercial transactions, about money, okay, about services, shops, etc., etc. By the way, do you know what is tomorrow? Halloween. 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 Do you do something for Halloween? No. Do you like Halloween? Do you know the origin of Halloween? It's like a tradition that Irish people and Scottish people brought to America, imported to America, and really it's because how do you say, for example, when you speak about Christmas or like the 25th of December, what is the date? What is that day? The 25th of December is Christmas. Christmas Day, if you want to be exact, okay? And the 24th, so the day before Christmas. Okay, but you don't say good night, okay? It's like Christmas Day, Christmas, like Christmas Day, and something before, the night before. So when you speak about the day has morning, afternoon, then midnight, but before midnight, evening. Okay. So in English you say Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Eve, E-V-E, like this. I'm gonna put it here if you want. So Christmas Day, and then the day before is Christmas Eve. Eve means evening, the night before, the day before. When you say, for example, the 1st of January, what's that date? New Year, okay. It's in particular, it's New Year's Day. And the night before, all night. It's not all night. So if this is Christmas Day and this is Christmas Eve, this is New Year's Day and this is New Year's Eve. What is the meaning of Eve? Eve. In Spanish? Eve. Eve means the evening before, the night before. Yes. Víspera. Víspera es la tarde anterior. So, the 1st of November, do you know if is there a feast on the 1st of November? What do you celebrate this weekend? Halloween. Okay. But not because Halloween is tomorrow. Tomorrow is not the 1st of November. Okay, how do you say that in English? You can say All Saints, or you can also say All Hallows. Hallow means saint. Hallow or holy. Do you know the word holy? Holy. Yeah. Holy, sagrado, like sacred, santo. Okay, like the Holy Grail, or Santo Grial, or the Holy Week, Semana Santa. No, one L only. So Hallows means saints. So if the 1st of November is All Hallows, then the day before is like All Hallows Eve or evening, if you want. So the word Halloween is Halloween. Halloween. That's the origin. So it's like this, and then this, and then this. So this is the origin of Halloween. Halloween. We think of Halloween. What is Halloween? This is Halloween. All Hallows Evening. Víspera todo Santo, which is the correct thing. Okay? Halloween. But anyway.
¿Y holy con doble L qué significa? Es que eso es otro parte.
Holy, look, let's, holy, the thing is that there are many words in English referring to saints, okay? Like holy, so acebo, vaya de acebo, so it's like a tree, holy, holy. And then you have holy, holy, okay? Sagrado, santo, etc. Holy. And then hallow, hallow, santificar, etc. Or Halloween, like this. Okay? Sometimes you can write this, okay? Because it's the thing. Anyway, so let's go to our campus, Lengua Extranjera, and we are going to open Unit 3, okay? The activities from Unit 3. So we are going to practice vocabulary related to shopping and commercial transactions, money, etc. So this is the booklet, and this is a link that I put just for you, okay, for you to practice. This is it's a website, which is a very interesting website to improve, to develop your vocabulary. It has a lot of lessons. For example, you say, okay, well, I want to know about this buying food and buying clothing. So you can open this, you have vocabulary, and you have like the pictures, okay? Cereal.
Bread.
Sugar. So it's quite nice, okay? Because it's like, and then you have a dialogue.
Sugar, please. Bread. Very good. Max?
X.
So
Flour. What would you like?
I would like these peas. And you did, okay?
I would like these peas.
This is something extra, okay? It's not fully full, but I'll leave you. It's a link that I have added to our platform. Let's see. So always check the the links, okay? The links that I put, like link was there, the links of irregular, but this is like extra, okay? It's just something for you. For example, because this is about commercial transactions, here is an example of your like energy of an electricity bill. Do you know what is the meaning of bill? Bill? Look, this is a bill. This is a bill. It's an invoice. It's a document that you have to pay. For example, you go to a restaurant, the bill, please. You go to the hotel, can I have the bill, please? Or you receive the telephone bill, the gas bill, the energy bill, the electricity bill, like bill, okay? This is an example of a bill, which is money, okay? I lived in California for some time. This is my name. So this is a bill, an electricity bill that I received, okay, for my apartment when I live there. So it has like some of the vocabulary that we are going to study today. For example, like for winter energy savings, focus on your furnace. Find home heating. What is the meaning of heating? Heating. It has to do with energy. Heating. Look, this is, what's this? The machine is there. Is that heating? Not really. That's more for now. If it's cold, we need air conditioning. Heating is the opposite of air conditioning. Like if in the winter you need heating, you need a heater, heating, central heating, okay, calefacción, heating. Then savings. What is the meaning of savings here? Okay, yeah, savings bank, ahorros, to save money, save time, save energy, save paper, save the environment, save, okay? And then you have this, which is a bill, and we have the previous account balance, payments, additional charges and credits. You know what a charge is? Charge is like extra payment, okay? And then the amount due. Due means like not really. It's negative because it's a kind of they owe me money. So this is a negative bill because they have to reimburse some money to me. But due means like pending. Amount due is that needs to be paid. Due. Pendiente, saldo pendiente, something like that, okay? Cantidad pendiente, due, como debido, more or less, okay? Due. But then they tell me, do not pay credit balance because you are more experts in energy and sometimes when you set up energy at home, if you have a house, a flat or something, you need to set up lights, okay, the light services, energy services, water services, okay? So the first time, no, sometimes when it's the first time, you need to pay a kind of deposit. Do you know what a deposit is? A deposit is like credit that you have to give, okay? Credit. So when I live in San Diego, in America, the first time I set up my energy, I had to pay a deposit. I had to put in some credits, como una fianza, okay? So when I came back to Spain, they issued me this bill in negative because I had put some credits. So they have to give me back my money. It's like credit, okay? So here you have, this has like a lot of, for example, all this electric energy, volt charge, transmission, distribution, nuclear decommissioning. So you have all the breakdown of the energy services in the bill. For example, the differential. Have you studied all this more or less in the courses? Are you familiar with all this in the course? Yeah? In Spanish, I don't mean in English, okay? So here you have an example of a real bill, electricity bill. So you can have a look at all this vocabulary that is interesting. But anyway, so this is just like something I do. So here in the activities, we have the folder in yellow, the yellow box here, and there are two files, a Word file and the MP3, that's for the listening. So let us open the class exercises and we are going to start practicing, okay? So, for example, let us learn the vocabulary related to this, okay? This is vocabulary related to hotels. This is to money, shops. This is comparison, comparatives. This is money as well. This is money, and comparisons as well, okay? And then this is grammar. This is the past simple, present, okay? So, when you go to, let's have a look, okay? Have you ever been to a hotel? When you travel, do you go to hotels normally? Yes. What plan do you have? Do you eat at the hotel or do you eat outdoors? Outside. Sometimes in the hotel, sometimes outside. So when you travel, if you go to your accommodation, what plans can you have? What type of plans? Meal, like food plans. Sometimes you only need the bed, but sometimes you need a bed and then you eat something in the morning. How do you call the morning meal? Breakfast, okay? So how do you say alojamiento y desayuno in a hotel? You know the expression B&B. 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 Bed and breakfast. Okay. So sometimes you go up to a hotel and you have room only. So the bed, okay, or accommodation only. You can have B&B, which means bed and breakfast. What else can you have? Do you normally go on bed and breakfast when you go to hotel, when you travel? This is the most typical, okay? Bed and breakfast. And then you spend the day out and you eat out. But what else can we have? Lunch. You can have lunch there. Dinner. But what do you normally have? Lunch or dinner? Dinner. Normally dinner. So you eat breakfast, you eat dinner, and then you have all the day to go out. So how do you call that plan? When you have bed, breakfast, and dinner, or in the order of consumption. You check in, you have dinner, you go to sleep, and then you eat breakfast. That's in the order, okay? How do you call that plan? No. No. Do you know how to say that? Like media mención? No? It's easy. Half board. Half board. And then you can have like everything, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, bed. So how do you call the next one? Not total, similar, so it's something board. Okay, all in is more, really. So we have full board, half of full, and finally all in, which means, yeah, all in is an abbreviation or a short word for all inclusive. Not all included, it's not all included, okay? All inclusive. For example, here in the south of Guatemala, there are a lot of hotels which have this kind of all-inclusive programs. So you have a band, okay, a wristband, and then you can eat as much as you like and drink as much as you like. What is the difference between these two? Full board and all-in, all-inclusive. The drinks. The drinks. Normally, here drinks are included. Here, drinks are extra. Or perhaps water or wine. But if you want a Pepsi, if you want a beer, if you want a juice, you have to pay extra. Okay, so having this in mind, let us do the first activity. Okay? How do you call these plants in English? Okay. So how do you call these plants in English? Jose. Accommodation and morning meal? Okay, it's bed and breakfast. Then accommodation. What is accommodation? Room only. Okay, room only. That's it. Room only. Then we have evening meal, room, morning meal, midday meal, snacks, and drinks. That's all in, all in, or all inclusive, if you want. Okay, all inclusive. Dinner plus accommodation plus breakfast. So it's like in the order. Half board. And sorry, board. And finally, dinner, bed, breakfast, and lunch. Without drinks is full board. Okay, full board. Did you know all this or this vocabulary? Nice. No, like all full board, bed and breakfast, all inclusive. The first time. When you travel, if you use internet to book accommodation, you will find all this vocabulary for traveling. Okay, so let us look at the second example, the second one. So look at the receipts. A receipt. What is a receipt? This is a receipt. This is another receipt. So in English, you don't say ticket. It's not ticket. This is not the ticket. Okay. What is the ticket? For traveling, okay, a ticket train. Or if you want to go, if you want to see a movie, or a play, drama in the theater, or you go to a concert, you need a ticket. A cinema ticket, concert tickets. And also, if you drive fast, if you drive very fast, and you're caught by the radar, the police, you get a ticket as well. A ticket is a penalty. A ticket is a penalty. Ticket, yeah? For example, look at this. There's one like there if it's this one, yeah. Look at this. What is the meaning of this? Click it or ticket is like a kind of like poetry, like a little poem. So click it, ticket, click it or ticket, click it or ticket. So click it or ticket. Okay. So a ticket is like yeah. So click it or ticket, click it or ticket. So when you say, for example, a parking ticket, if you use the blue area here, this is called pay and display. Pay. This is pay and display. Okay. Display ticket. Okay. So you have to be careful, okay, because Because here, like, display tickets, this is not a penalty. It's for parking, you need like a ticket. But sometimes ticket means penalty. So be careful with all that, okay? Anyway, so here we have words related to money, okay? So what can we find in this receipt? So we have lady shoes. What is lady shoes? What's this? Finetto's Fine Shoes. Is the shop. It's the name of the shop. What about this? Lady shoes. What type of information is that? That's the price, okay? But this is the what's this? Lady shoes. What's that? Yeah. The product. Is the product. Is the item. Item. Articulum. Okay. The article. So this is the product. This is the name of the shop. This is the product. Then you have this, which is a discount. This is sales tax. Tax is like government. Money for the government. Tax. Tax, yes. Sales. The commercial transaction is a sale. Sales. What is the meaning of sales? Venta. Ventas. But it's also, for example, if you go to Triana in winter, like in the summer or after Christmas, you read like sales, sales, sales. What is the meaning of sales? It's not ventas. It's promotions. Yes. Rebajas. So you have here is not promotion. It's just like normal transaction. Total cash and change. The cash and the change, cash, please cash. Cash is a method of payment. Cash, like notes, coins, yeah. And then the change, el cambio, la vuelta, okay. Then we have here, BlackBerry grill, quantity, item and price. So we have two BG steaks. BG is BlackBerry grill. Okay. Steak. What is a steak? So what do you eat in a grill? Yeah. Do you know the word bistec? Bistec, bistec, bistec or bistec? How do you say bistec? In Canada se dice mucho bistec. Do you know that that word comes from English? The word bistec comes from English. It's not really Spanish. Look, we have the word this, okay? When you eat, cuando comes bistec, what are you eating? What are you eating? Meat, fish, meat. From what animal? The cow. Okay, the cow. How do you say cow? Because cow is the animal, but there is another word for the food. It's like, for example, when you go to a restaurant, you don't say, "I like pig." No, pig is the animal. Pig is the animal. But then you eat the meat from the animal is not pig. It's called pork. So in English you have sometimes pig is the animal, pork is the meat of the animal. Or chicken is the meat and the animal is the hen. Okay, la gallina. So hen, chicken, pig, pork. So the cow is the animal, and then the meat of that animal is called beef, beef. That's why we have this kind of how do you say, corned beef, corned beef, like this. La carne enlatada is like this. Have you never seen this kind of thing in the supermarkets? Okay, carne picada, corned beef. So beef. So from the word beef, beef plus steak, beef steak, filete de carne de ternera, filete de ternera, beef steak. So it comes from English. You didn't know? No sabía, pero ya no sabía.
Ni escrito ni nada.
But it's like, because sometimes in Spanish we can have words from English, like in English or more adapted into Spanish. Like if you say football, se escribe tal como en español, F-U-T-E. Okay, so for example, yeah. So beef steak comes from that. Okay, beef and steak. Okay, so let's continue with this beef steak and then the house wine. So we have food total, house wine. Do you like wine? Do you drink wine? What type of wine do you prefer? Red wine, which is for meat. Right? More or less like if you go to an event, like a formal dinner, like they serve red wine for meat. And then if you eat fish, white wine, red wine. And then there's rosé wine as well. Rosé wine. So red wine, white wine, rosé wine. And then you have also sparkling wine. Sparkling wine is like with bubbles, okay, like fizzies, like champagne or lambrusco and all that kind of thing is sparkling, burbujeante, or sparkling. It's also with water, okay? So if you want to, here in the Canary Islands, you can drink sparkling water. Sparkling, like field gas. Sparkling water. Con gas, no? It's like sparkling water and still water. Fizzy and not fizzy. So this has bubbles. This doesn't have bubbles. I broke one, okay? So this, it doesn't have bubbles, so this is still water. Still. Sin gas, okay? So it's not with gas, without gas, forget about gas, okay? It's sparkling still. Good. So let's see, so the last one, food total, and then 7%, this, what is this? GST. GST is an abbreviation of goods and services tax. Goods and services tax. I will write it for you. Goods, well, let's put it like, and services tax. Impuestos sobre bienes y servicios, goods like products. And then the tip, which is very typical, very British and American. Tip. Tipping, tip. Is money that you give for to the waiter, to the bellboy, to the receptionist. If you're satisfied, then you can leave a tip. Okay, you can give some extra money for the waiter. Okay, Good. So now you have, these are definitions in English. You have to find words in here for those definitions. For example, here, the money that you give for good service. What is the word from here? Money that you give for good service is take good service, satisfaction, okay? So this is tip. Okay. So could you please in 2 or 3 minutes complete the other definitions? So read, the words are here, you don't have to invent anything at all, okay? These are the words. Remember that apart from these are the activities for here, but in Unit 2, here, okay, I have added one for Unit 2, okay? One reading that you also have to do as a questionnaire, okay? So it's a reading about houses. You have 2 ghosts, 2 attempts. This is the reading, the text, and then here you have true or false. Okay, so you have to read information, and then, like Feng Shui has been practiced all over the world for 5,000 years. True or false? This is in Spanish, right? Because it's the platform. Okay? So I have no way to change that. It's just the platform. But it's like automatically corrected. So this is also work that you have to do, okay, as part of the activities. It's not an exam, but it's like activities that you do. But we do these activities here and then the other activities from the platform you do at home. Okay, you do it when you want. So yeah, have you finished this then? Yeah. So what you presented before, would you like to read this one? Can you please read and say your answer?
Change.
Okay, so change is, can you read it?
Money that you receive from a shop assistant
Mhm.
with your receipt.
With your receipt. So this is the change. Okay. Then, Carlos, can you please read this? Is this one? I mean, total. It's not total. The money that you pay to the government is sales tax or GST, okay? Or even tax. That's it. Okay. It's not here, but you can also say tax. In America, for example, they say tax, tax, tax. In Europe and the UK, they say VAT or VAT. Do you buy Amazon on Amazon, or do you buy products through the internet, like online products?
Sí, pero nunca he visto eso.
Have you never seen that? No?
Bueno, yo compro
Either, okay.
además yo compro yo, o sea que eso no lo creo.
Well, sometimes if it's international, there is no VAT, okay? Good. Then, Eva, the cost of an item before tax
Price.
is the price. The amount, is the amount that you save off on the regular price.
Discount.
Is a discount. This is a tip, the money I give for good service, and finally, Jose,
Money that includes tax discount and the price total.
is the total. Okay. Any problems with this vocabulary? No. So let's move on. So here we have. Well, we're going to do this first. Well, this we're going to leave this for a moment. You can do it at home if you like. Let's do this now, okay? So these are some pictures. Also here. We can put it like smaller. So these are pictures and vocabulary. In a few minutes, you have to connect the vocabulary with the pictures. For example, what is this? A coin. A coin. A coin? Or one coin or 2 coins?
Coins?
2 coins. Well, maybe 2 coins or maybe 1 coin, but you see the 2 parts of the coin, the 2 sides. The 2 sides, okay? The 2. Have you played normally when you toss a coin? You toss a coin and it has like 2 sides, okay? Normally there is one with a face, like this, and then there is another one with a symbol or something like that. How do you say that in English? Cara cruz. It's not face or cross, okay? Face, no. This is the face, okay? But you don't say face. Think of an animal. Imagine a monkey. Monkey. So you've got the monkey, this part. How do you call this body part of the body? Because this is the face, okay? En español es la cara, la cruz, ¿no? Face, but in English it's like more easy. So head. So in English you say heads, and then the animal here has something. For example, do you remember Sonic, the video game?
Yes.
Sonic had a friend as a friend.
Take.
Tails. So heads and tails. Do you know the meaning of tails? Head, yeah. So heads.
Cola, ¿no?
Yeah. So, well, here we've got like really. So heads or tails. Cara cruz, okay? Heads or tails. Good. Okay. So now you can continue, okay? So look at the picture and write, so you write the coin and you have to write something. So come on, 3 minutes, and then we can continue. Finished. Yeah? Okay. So then we have, this is the coin, heads or tails. What's this? Second picture.
Checkbook.
A checkbook. A checkbook. Do you have a checkbook?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, is this popular, like having a checkbook? Is it a normal, do you normally pay by check? Here in Spain, it's not very common, but in other places, it is. For example, in England, people pay by check. In America as well, by check. This, well, you need to have some imagination for this, okay? But what have you written? A bank transfer. It's like a bank and another bank transfer. This,
Foreign currency.
okay, for us, it's foreign currency, but this is foreign currency as well. So if this is a coin, this is cash, okay? This and this is cash. This is a coin, and this is a note or a bill. Note in British, a note or a bill, that's American. So in America, bill. What is the meaning of bill in British English? Bill, as we said so before, bill. Bill, cuenta, factura, okay? In America, it's also bill. This is also a bill, like a $1 bill, billete as well, bill, billete. Because in America, if you go to a restaurant, you don't ask for the bill, you ask for the check. The check, please. La cuenta, the check. So it's like different. It's not the bill, it's the check. But anyway, so this is the note. This, so we have, what do we have here? These are
Money.
euros, and these dollars. So what can you see there? Like the contrast.
Cambio de
The divisa, the moneda. It's not money order.
No.
No. What's this? For example, imagine that you're traveling to
foreign currency.
you're traveling to England. You need to change euros into pounds. You're traveling to America. You need to change euros into dollars. Foreign currency. What is the meaning of currency? Currency.
Foreign extranjero,
Yeah,
no,
and currency. The euro is a currency. The dollar is a currency. The British pound is a currency. The yen is a currency.
Dinero, como decir dinero.
It's the money of a country. The money used in one country. In Spain, for example, peseta was a currency. In France, the franc. In Portugal, the escudo. In Italy, the lira. In Germany, the franc. No, the franc, no. Before the euro, what did they use in Germany? I'm sorry? Yes, yeah. Okay. The mark. So, foreign currency, moneda extranjera, but not coin, okay? One thing is coin, another thing is currency. This is a coin, this is foreign currency. You see the difference? Currency is moneda, but en el sentido de divisa. Coin, like in video games, you go to the bar, you go to the play center, and the game arcade, insert coin. Coin. So coin is money, really, it's the money that you can catch. This, for a supermarket, coupons or vouchers. PayPal, do you have a PayPal account? Do you pay by PayPal? Yeah? Mm-hmm. I also have PayPal. So what's this? E-money. This was kind of here. This is a money order. What is a money order? Sometimes called postal money order. Are you familiar with MoneyGram, Western Union? What are those?
La forma que hay que evitar para pagar por internet.
Yeah, for example, these are money orders. Normally you can go, well, from the post office, you can make a money order. Do you understand the idea, the concept of money order? Yeah. Giro postal o envío de dinero. So the thing is, this is like a bank transfer, so it's from institution to institution, like from my bank to your bank. If I want to send you money from my bank to you, but this is a money order, it's like from person to person. It's not from bank to bank, it's from person to person. You know what I mean? So there is no a financial institution like, have you ever made a money order? It is similar to a check. It's like a check. ¿Han hecho un filo postal alguna vez? ¿O han recibido un filo postal? No? You can go to the post office there and make a money order. Money order. Okay. And finally, these are credit cards. Or debit, okay? Here, it's credit. Okay, so let's do the listening now. If you want to repeat the listening at home, you can, you have the track here. So we are going to hear 4 conversations. We're going to do this activity and this activity. But first, we will listen to it once, okay? One time. Forget about this, only concentrate on this. So identify 4 methods of payment. So what method of payment is used in each conversation? What methods of payment do you know? Credit card. All this, okay? So credit card, bank transfer, by check. If you use this, what's this? Money that you have in your pocket.
Coin.
Sorry?
Coin.
Coin, yeah, but coins and notes, like, or in your wallet. If you want cash, okay, cash. So these are the methods of payment. In the material, look, here in Unit 3, you've got like more pictures here. Let's see. Okay, here. Okay, so here you've got all the possible, this is in the material of the unit. So cash, credit card, bank transfer, check, traveler's checks. Do you know what traveler's checks are? Traveler's checks, yes. Sorry? No. What's a traveler's check? You know? It's something not very popular today. Before the euro, before the introduction of credit cards, people used to pay with traveler's checks, okay? So you went abroad and instead of carrying like 1,000 pounds of money, of cash with you, because you may lose the money, you transform the money into traveler's checks. And then you cash the traveler's check, so you pay with traveler's checks. So if you lose cash, you lose your money. If you lose the traveler's checks, you don't lose your money. You go to the bank, you go to a financial place, and then you get some money. Then, for example, with a coupon, okay, a voucher, in another currency. So what currencies are these? What is this? What symbol? This is a symbol. Euro. This? Dollar. And this? How do you say euro? Pound. Pound. The British pound, okay? British pound. Debit card and money order. Okay? Money order. So now let's listen and you only have to identify the method of payment, okay? The right method of payment here in the box.
Unit 25. How would you like to pay? 1. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company?
Yes, that's right.
So here's your bill for the extras. How are you paying, Mr. Bedell?
With MasterCard.
2.
Your hotel vouchers are for room and breakfast, Mr. Franks. Your bill for the other meals and drinks comes to $230. How would you like to pay?
With US dollar traveler's checks, please.
3.
Can I pay my bar bill separately, please? Yes, certainly, Ms. Cole. I'll pay by credit card. Do you take Visa? Yes, Visa is fine.
4. That's £17.50 altogether, Mr. Popovich. How would you like to pay? In cash, please. Here you are. £20. One moment, and I'll get your change. No, that's all right. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay. Have you identified the methods of payment? No? Okay, let's listen again.
Unit 25. How would you like to pay? 1. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company?
Yes, that's right.
So here's your bill for the extras. How are you paying, Mr. Bedell?
With MasterCard.
So what method of payment is being used? How is he paying the bill? Credit card, MasterCard, okay? So he's paying by credit card. By credit card. If you want, like in brackets, you can write MasterCard is the name of the card. Okay, number 2.
2.
Your hotel vouchers are for room and breakfast, Mr. Franks. Your bill for the other meals and drinks comes to $230. How would you like to pay?
With US dollar traveler's checks, please.
So how would you like to pay? With traveler's checks, okay? So with US dollars, traveler's checks. Okay? Traveler's checks. Number 3.
3.
Can I pay my bar bill separately, please? Yes, certainly, Ms. Cole. I'll pay by credit card. Do you take Visa? Yes, Visa is fine.
So what method of payment? By credit, again, by credit card, Visa. Visa, credit card. And then finally,
4. That's £17.50 altogether, Mr. Popovich. How would you like to pay? In cash, please. Here you are. £20. One moment, and I'll get your change. No, that's all right. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you very much.
so method of payment in cash. Okay? Look, it's very important. The preposition is very important because depending on the method of payment, we use one preposition or the other. For example, cash in cash. Credit card by credit card. Traveler's checks with traveler's checks. So each method of payment has a different preposition. It's kind of easy because with cash, it's in cash, in cash. And then, if it's singular, you use by. If it's plural, you use with.
O sea que si es plural, es más de
With traveler's checks. For example, imagine that you say, how would you like to pay? Euros or dollars? You say, with dollars. Dollars is plural, so you say with, not by, with dollars. Or you say money order. What would you say? Money order. By money order, because money order is singular, by money order. So, but you have all this in here, okay? In the material. So, really, like the only, well, with traverse checks, or also, if it's singular with a, you can also use with. You see what I mean? So if you say with a coupon, you don't say by coupon, but with a coupon. So things more complex with. But anyway, if you learn this like this, it's kind of okay. Then you have other expressions here that you should know as well, okay? Like contrarreembolso and all that kind of thing. But well, this is more important. Really, this is more important than this. Okay, so now we are going to listen again, okay? And you have to say true or false. So there is one, like A, there are 4 conversations. So A is for conversation 1, B, conversation 2, conversation 3, conversation 4. So pay attention to this information, to this sentence, and then decide whether it's true or false. For example, Mr. Patel is paying for his room and meals only. True or false? Meals, you know the meaning of meals? Meals. Now, if you go to McDonald's, Happy Meal, it's like food, okay? But when you say food is general, it's like nutrition. But meal is, breakfast is a meal. Dinner is a meal. Lunch is a meal. So meal is food which is prepared. Okay. Sorry?
se asemeja para comida preparada.
Por comida en general.
Yeah, but so food is general. Food, comida, es alimentación, la comida, sin hacer. Pero meal is like the dish. Alimentos. Es la comida que tienes en la mesa para comértela. Es ya la comida cocinada o guisada o preparada, ya en el plato. Eso es meal, es como dish, como el plato, ¿no? Because by the way, so dish, sometimes you have, for decoration of your house, we have, tenemos platos así para la casa. Eso cómo se llama? Is it dish? It's not a dish. It's a plate. That's another difference. Plate is the object, is the instrument. Dish is when you put the food on the plates. So in a restaurant or in a big formal event, sometimes you have the table with a tablecloth, with a knife, with a spoon, the fork, the glasses, like the flowers, the plates, okay? I think so. But the thing is that kind of thing is like more like the target. Like when you play darts, a jugar darts, the target, como el objetivo. But yeah, so plate is the instrument, and then dish is when you have food on the plate. you say lavavajillas?
Was this?
The dishwasher, dishwasher. ¿Y por qué se dice dishwasher, no plate washer?
Porque tiene comida todavía en el plato.
Más o menos, más o menos. O sea, plate es como plato en sentido así abstracto, intocable, ¿no? No, el dish es cuando tiene comida o cuando ya no la tiene, pero se ha usado para comer.
Un restaurante, primer plato, segundo plato.
A eso se llama course.
Es
Course.
que le gusta complicar.
First course in el plato. And then you can say main course or main dish as well. Main dish is okay. Plato principal, main dish is okay. But if you say first course, cuando te refieres a diferentes platos, como partes, the different part is course. First course, second course, como curso. So, anyway. So here, okay, the hotel vouchers are for the room and breakfast. What was the meaning of voucher? A synonym for voucher? Coupon. Coupon. You know, do you use, for example, Let's Bonus or Groupon? Are you familiar with those? Groupon, Let's Bonus. No? Do you know those ones? Okay. Mr. Cole is paying for her bar bill and hotel bill separately. And finally, Mr. Popovich gives the cashier the correct money. So let us listen again, and then you tell me.
Unit 25.
It's wrong.
How would you like to pay? 1. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company?
Yes, that's right.
So here's your bill for the extras. How are you paying, Mr. Bedell?
With MasterCard.
2.
Your hotel vouchers are for room and breakfast, Mr. Franks. Your bill for the other meals and drinks comes to $230. How would you like to pay?
With US dollar traveler's checks, please.
3.
Can I pay my bar bill separately, please? Yes, certainly, Ms. Cole. I'll pay by credit card. Do you take Visa? Yes, Visa is fine.
4. That's £17.50 altogether, Mr. Popovich. How would you like to pay? In cash, please. Here you are. £20. One moment, and I'll get your change. No, that's all right. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you very much.
Good, or once again?
Yo solamente me quedé con el último.
Okay. Once again.
Unit 25. How would you like to pay? 1. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company?
Yes, that's right.
So here's your bill for the extras. How are you paying, Mr. Bedell?
With MasterCard.
2.
Your hotel vouchers are for room and breakfast, Mr. Franks. Your bill for the other meals and drinks comes to $230. How would you like to pay?
With US dollar traveler's checks, please.
3.
Can I pay my bar bill separately, please? Yes, certainly, Ms. Cole. I'll pay by credit card. Do you take Visa? Yes, Visa is fine.
4. That's £17.50 altogether, Mr. Popovich. How would you like to pay? In cash, please. Here you are. £20. One moment, and I'll get your change. No, that's all right. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay? Yeah? Remember that in English, when you want to select something, we use a tick, not a cross. A tick. This is a tick. Like this symbol, what's the symbol? It's like a V. Perhaps it's here. What's that? Okay, this and this. So in English, this is a tick and this is a cross. So in English, when you put something like okay, you use the tick. If you use the cross, it's like incorrect. So this means correct and this means incorrect. So when you take something, so never do something like that, okay? Because this means it is incorrect. No, you have to use the correct symbol, which is more or less like a V, okay? So, so what do you do put for number one, for A? So Mr. Badel is paid for the room and meals only. Is that true or false? True? Okay, let us confirm. Where's the here?
Unit 25. How would you like to pay? 1. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company?
Yes, that's right.
So here's your bill for the extras. How are you paying, Mr. Bedell?
With Master.
So, false. It's false. Okay. So it's false. Why false? I mean, why false? Why false? Like, I don't know, any ideas? Why false? Look, they say the invoice. Invoice means bill. Okay, invoice es factura también. The invoice for your room and meals goes directly to your company, so the company is covering. The company is paying the hotel and the food. What does Mr. Badel needs to pay? The extras. Yeah. So he pays the extras. He's paying the extras, but not the room and meals, which is covered by the company. Have you ever been on a business trip? Business trip? Have you ever needed to go on a business trip? ¿Alguna vez han tenido que ir a un viaje de trabajo o de negocio? And did you have to pay your hotel, or was it covered by the company? It was covered by the company. Or maybe you pay and then you get the money back. But normally it's covered by the company, okay? So this is the case, this is the situation here. So Mr. Badel does not have to pay room and meal, only the extras, the mini bar or the spa, whatever, okay? So it's false. What about B? The hotel vouchers are for the room and breakfast. True or false? False. Okay, listen again.
The card. 2.
Your hotel vouchers are for room and breakfast, Mr. Franks. Your bill for the other meals and drinks comes to $230. How would you like to pay?
Okay, so it's true. The vouchers cover the room and breakfast, but the extras, the other meals, he has to pay $230. Okay, so the vouchers, the coupon, include room and breakfast. But then the rest of the meals, lunch, dinner, or tea, or coffee, that is like extra part. Okay, Miss Gold is paying for her parking and hotel bill separately.
With US dollar traveler's checks, please. 3.
Can I pay my bar bill separately, please? Yes, certainly, Miss Cole.
Okay, so It's true, okay? So it's going to be paid separately. Look, in the final exam, there will be a listening. In the final, not in this, it was, in the first exam, there's no listening. In the second exam, there is no listening. But in the final exam, there will be a listening. Okay? Yeah, one listening, one little activity as a listening. So try to practice this, okay, at home. And finally, Mr. Popovich gives the cashier the correct money. False. It's false. It's false. And how do you know it's false? Why it's false? Why false? Look, let us listen again if you want.
I'll pay by credit card. Do you take Visa? Yes, Visa is fine.
4. That's £17.50 altogether, Mr. Popovich. How would you like to pay?
In cash, please. Here you are. £20.
One moment, and I'll get your change.
No, that's all right. Keep the change.
Oh, thank you very much.
False. Keep the change. So it's not like the correct money. It's not the exact. It's more money. Really. He gives more and tells the clerk to retain. Okay, the change, to keep the change. What do you mean? Keep the change. Keep the change. Quédate con el cambio. Keep the change. Okay, good. So is false, okay? So it's false. Good. So before we finish, then, so you can do this at home. Well, by the way, in Unit 2, yes, for Unit 2, I published the answer key. So remember that in the last class, in the last lesson, we did some activities, but we didn't have time to do, we didn't have, this is the thing, we didn't have time to do everything at all, okay? So if you have done it at home and you want to compare if you're right or wrong, you have the answers here, okay? Like the solution. So you can check your answers, and then if you, of course, if you have questions, just you tell me. So this was for unit 2. Okay. So now, before we go, let us look at this little activity with the pictures. This is about compare. This is the past simple. Okay. This is about degrees of comparison. Comparatives, let's put it like because I want to have everything here. Okay. So these are comparatives and superlatives. You remember that? Comparatives, superlatives in English? Comparatives. How do we form the comparative in English? Comparative. As is like equal, okay? Is as intelligent as tall, like I, as tall as my brother. As is like the same, but sometimes it's more or less, okay? So you can say more, like more expensive, more intelligent, more sophisticated, more, okay? And sometimes you have ER, like cheap. You don't say more cheap, you say cheaper. Smart, like smartphones, smarter. Busy, ocupado, más ocupado, no estoy más ocupado que tú. Busier. Heavy, heavier. Light, ligero, lighter, okay? So sometimes we use more, sometimes we use ER. So could you please, in a couple of minutes, what's the time? Okay. We have like 5 minutes more perhaps before we go. So could you please try and read the text? This is the comparison between 3 different camping chairs. You have the price, the camper, the outdoors, and the horizon. 3 models of camping chairs with the price, the weight, 5 kilos, 4 kilos, 6 kilos, and the information, okay, detailed information. So you have to choose one option from here, like Super Sport says 3 lines of camping chairs. The camper is the most cheaper or cheapest at $29. What option do you, just as this, as an example, what is the correct option here? The camper, this one. So look at the price, $29, $39, $59. So this is
Cheaper.
most cheaper or cheapest?
Cheapest.
Sorry?
Cheaper.
Cheaper is 2. Cheapest is 1 with the others. Like if you say, okay, this is cheaper than this, but this is the cheapest because it's cheaper than this and it's cheaper than this. You know what I mean? So a comparative is 2, you and me, okay? Superlative is like many people. Like for example, you say, this picture is, or this picture is more colorful than this one. This has more color than más colorido. This is more colorful than this one. But you can say, well, how many pictures? 1, 2, and then there is another picture there. But you have more colors there. So you can say, that picture is the most colorful picture of all the class. So it's, you compare this to this and this to this. You compare one with many, not one with one with everything, with the rest. So this is what you have to do there, okay? So perhaps 2 or 3 minutes, we correct this, and then we finish, okay? We take a break before bed or after class. Okay, so let us check then. So superpose has 3 lines of camping chairs. The camper is we said, the cheapest, okay? Okay, we can do something like that, okay? So, the cheapest. Then, while the horizon is the most expensive here at 59. A third line, the outdoors, is a mid-price model and is the most popular. If it's a long word, popular, most, more and most. So ER is only with short words, cheaper, but expensive, the most expensive. Popular. So if it's a long word, more and most. Cuando la palabra es larga es more y most. Cuando es cortita, una sílaba sola, entonces ya con R. Like three chairs. It is more comfortable than. More than. Más que. Okay? And the camper adds there is a better choice of colors. The outdoors is also the more light, lightest or most light? Lightest because it's short and is easier, okay? We didn't want to finish, just one thing, I would say in Spanish. Entonces, los comparativos, cuando la palabra es corta es con R, cuando es larga es con more, y cuando es con Y es con R también. Aunque no sea monosílabo, tiene 2 sílabas, pero da igual. Busy, busier, easy, easier, like speedy, speedier, heavy, heavier. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so with this we finish, so you can take the break before Pedro's class. I don't know if the class is going to be here or not, so like in the roof terrace, like the last one. Okay. So if you want, you can pack your things and we lock the door, okay? And we disconnect the computer and everything, okay? Como va a ser arriba, pues recojan ya todo. Vale, pues nada, entonces simplemente eso. Vayan trabajando lo del tema 3, el cuestionario, ¿vale? Y en la próxima sesión, que es dentro de 2 semanas, la 4, hacemos la unidad 4. Y después ya la otra semana, o sea, dentro de al menos 3 semanas, es el segundo examen. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 y 4. Y en el último, 5 y 6. Que ya para la última solo habrá un día de clase. Entonces, yo lo abriré con bastante tiempo la unidad, abriré las 2 unidades, la 5 y la 6, para que la vayan trabajando, porque no va a haber nada más que una sesión de 2 horas para la unidad 5 y 6. ¿Vale? Very good.